clean out. We have quite a few most of the cattle are here at the home farm. JI Ag Service is taking out our liquid manure up at the second heifer farm. So we're gonna hopefully get to the third heifer farm now. I'm gonna take this load and hopefully we'll go down there and start hauling, and we should be able to get all the manure out today, and I'll probably have like 3 or 4 loads here to finish up tomorrow. So let's get to it. So me and my cousin are hauling manure down here at the third heifer farm. He's running that spreader. We're gonna both switch fields. I got one more load I'm gonna put out in this one and I'll be done. And we're both gonna go down to Red Hall and keep hauling. So Mark's bringing out the last load, and then we're both gonna load up once more and take it up to the mountain on the way home. And we'll put straw in. I'll start that while he's hauling this last load. So we'll have 11 loads out down here. So there was a good bit down here. There wasn't very much in the pit. There was quite a bit in the barn though. So we'll get her finished up and head home and keep hauling. So we're about ready to pull in to go up to the mountain. We got done with everything. Got straw put in down at the third heifer farm. Mark's behind me, and I'll show you how the boys are doing hauling slurry. So they should have a good amount out. They started around 7 this morning. We put the pump on the tractor and stuck her in the pit and got it agitated last night, so she was ready to go. And they just had to move their fill pipe and set it up quick this morning. So he was back a little ways. There's an Amish buggy I passed right before the hill, and then he had to wait on it. So he's not too far behind me though. These tractors go about the same speed, so that's nice. So the James Way tanker is right in front of me, and the second heifer farm's on the other side of this highway. The big field that they're hauling in is technically somebody else's, but 2 of the fields belong to the same guy that we rent the farm across the interstate here. Just a long drive around, because they put the interstate right in between this farm. So the tanker's really packed down the driveway. It was just a little bit tacky, and it made a nice road now since they've been driving on it all day. So the lagoon's straight across the road right now. I assume both tankers are up here now because the other one's not filling up. Big 10's over there, just a smoking baby. Look at her. But they just blew all the stuff that was in the pit into the lagoon, so I don't have to haul it now. So that saves me about a half a day of hauling. So that was nice, because I was probably gonna have a little bit left if we didn't do that. So should probably shift down a gear. I'm not really worried I won't make it, but you never know. Looks like one of the big Fendt tractors spun out on the hill. They got some big old ruts in the one spot. Looks like they got it taken care of though. The bad thing about hauling liquid manure, either with the slurry tanker, especially with the spreader marks running, it all goes to the back when you're hauling liquid, and you want all the weight on the front. So like when I'm loading solid and I can't bring a whole load up here, I fill the front completely full, but I may only have a scoop or two in the back, and that puts a lot of weight on your back two tires on here, and that's what you want to get up the hill. So we probably might just go, oh yeah, they're really getting recovered. Holy crap, they got like 40 acres done today. That's good. But they got most of this field and half of that little one, or most of that little one too, so we may just pull in right beside this guy and get a little action for you. Some good corn here. They're just making one pass and they're unloaded. Waiting on the full guy. He's at the bottom of the hill. He's coming. Oh boy, he's spinning. Holy smokes. Jeez. They're just barely making it up the hill. Jiminy Christmas. Look at him just getting it. It's the way to do her. Too slurry, too dry. Yeah, this is where one of them spun out a little bit. But I've spun out quite a few times. It just makes a bigger hole than the big tractor spin out. Fendt leaves you in the dust when you're going behind it, let me tell you. It's nice and smooth in most of that driveway down there, besides the majority of it. So we're gonna go home, eat some lunch, and I got a pile and 3 pens to clean out, yeah. And then we will be done. Oh, and I'll clean the pit out tomorrow after I scrape again, so. So we're back here where the big barn is, and we're playing in the soup, cleaning out this couple loads here. As you can see, it's nice and soupy. So we got number 3 out of the pile. Mark's gonna come back and finish it up. We almost got stuck. I'm not sure how in the world it didn't even rip a hole in the plastic anywhere, but there's a little ditch here to drain the low spot over there. So we just ditch cleaning, you know. Got over here and it just sucked me in. Spent like 5 minutes. I finally got out, but then I had to pull her out. It's hard underneath. It just got, because when we pile this, it's too wet to haul in the field. So then the manure gets set on top of wet ground and it never dries out. So Mark just got empty. I'm gonna head out with my load and we'll start cleaning out calf pens in. So I just got done hauling my last load up here on the mountain for the night. Boys got a good den in the lagoon across the road at the second heifer farm. They covered about 30 acres up here today, which is pretty good for the haul they got to do. And I think something happened to the red tractor. It's not on the pump anymore, so I'll tell you what happened with that tomorrow when I find out. So not really surprising, something went wrong. But anyways, the hill's really good now. It's just about dry enough to plant corn in, so that's pretty good for how much moisture we had a couple weeks ago. So you don't really have to worry about going too slow now, and being in the right gear with everything going up the hill now, fully loaded. So we basically got that whole 30-acre field. We've covered about 35 acres, so we've taken about 35 to 40 loads of dry manure up there. Not necessarily dry manure, but with our spreaders, some of it was liquid from home or out of the second heifer farm. So anyways, went relatively good today. Not a whole lot. Nothing really flew apart except for maybe that tractor. So we've hauled 185 loads so far this year, and it's not even March yet. I think it's the 20-something. I don't know, it's probably like 24th. I could not tell you at all. But anyway, that's pretty good. We came into the year with not much manure, and we have it all hauled right now. After tomorrow, I guess. I have like 5 loads to haul tomorrow. But other than that, when they get down up there, we will be all caught up, which will be nice because the weather doesn't look very good in the future. So I left you guys in this tractor, and they went up to this farm up here, put on the manure pump. So the 1066, the PTO shaft, broke right where it goes into the tractor whenever the pump got started up the one time. So they got basically the whole lagoon here empty, and then it rained all day yesterday. About 65 and 15-mile-an-hour winds today, so it's a pretty nice day out. And I'm just bringing this tractor home. So just Dad's working on the house, a couple things, and a little bit muddy now since we got some rain. Just feeding and bedding cattle and working in the shop, fixing stuff. So other than that, not much going on, so I want to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.